Hello Texans, it's Kira from handicapparking.com. We're aiming to empower disabled individuals like you to take back your traveling freedom by attaining a handicap placard. I believe this is something that significantly impacts your life and the lives of those around you. In this video, I'd like to explore the qualifications for handicap placards and how to navigate who qualifies. This will be specifically for disabled individuals in Texas. However, don't worry if you're in another state. We'll be covering other states in future videos. If you'd like me to explain your state, please leave a comment with your state name and I will try my best to accommodate. To the best of my ability, I'm going to try and resolve any questions you have about the process and your hesitance to apply. Let's start by understanding how your specific circumstances fit into the qualifications in Texas. As we all know, definitions can be tricky, and these forms are not made simple to understand. All states fit into two main categories, mobility or sight. It's important for you to grasp the criteria because it directly impacts your day-to-day life. Knowing what criteria you fit into will ensure you're well informed. So let's break down these qualifications in a way that you can easily understand. Let's start with mobility impairments, a concern that many of you might relate to. Your mobility matters, and your ability to move impacts the freedom you have in your life. We're here to simplify the process so you don't have to worry about complex terms or rules. This category is a bit more complicated, but we're in this together and we will go through them individually. There are 9 categories. There are certain subcategories which fit into mobility issues. Some of the easier qualification categories to understand are the need for portable oxygen, a wheelchair, or similar device, or a prosthetic limb. If you require any of these, then you most likely qualify and the process is simplified. The other 4 categories, however, are a bit more vague. Let's touch on the basics. The primary definition of a mobility issue is an inability to walk 200 feet. The more simple subcategory is the need for an assistive device, such as a brace, cane, crutches, or another person to help you move. If you require any of these, you likely qualify. Additionally, if you have a condition which impacts your foot and your ability to walk, you can qualify. The next categories require a diagnosis and proper testing to qualify. However, there are some simple tests you can do to not waste your time at the doctor's. Firstly, having lung disease which severely restricts your breathing can qualify you. Normally, you would require oxygen to fit into this category. As explained earlier, this category is quite simple to explain or understand. However, if you want a simple understanding or a quick test to see if you may qualify, try this. While resting, check to see if you have shortness of breath, dizziness, or other similar symptoms. If you do, then you may qualify. Secondly, cardiac conditions do qualify if you fit into a certain class. If you know which class you fit into, this will be easy, as class 3 and 4 qualify. However, if you are unknown to the Heart Association, this may seem difficult to understand. Class 3 or 4, simply understood, means during light activity you experience fatigue, irregular heartbeat, and/or chest pain. Light activity, for example, could be a short flight of stairs. Lastly, there are certain arthritic, neurological, or orthopedic conditions which qualify you. Mind you, these need to affect your mobility and every case can vary, but here are a few examples. Arthritic conditions commonly include osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, or inflammatory arthritis. Neurological conditions include stroke, multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's, cancer, epilepsy. Orthopedic conditions include mostly chronic musculoskeletal injuries, such as torn ligaments or tendons, bone fractures, back and hip complications, and scoliosis. These are just a few commonly diagnosed conditions, and do not include every condition. Finally, this brings us to the category of sight. Sight is understood as being able to see less than 20 feet that someone else can see at 200 feet. There is a small caveat to this rule. If you can see more than 20 feet and your visual field is limited to 20 degrees, you also qualify. This sounds complicated, but it means your eyes are limited in seeing your surroundings and can only see right in front of you. If you fit into these definitions, you are, in the United States, considered legally blind. In order to properly qualify, you need an ophthalmologist to certify your blindness. This might seem odd to think about, getting a handicap parking placard when you're blind, but the benefits exceed mere driving. If you're unsure of any of these categories, handicapparking.com is happy to answer to your needs and offer a hassle-free, risk-free process to see if you qualify. Hopefully you found some pertinent information to help you decide if you qualify. We value you as a person, so let us know what challenges you may have, and let's see what we can do for you to gain your traveling freedom. At the end of the day, this video is for you. Whether you have a mobility or sight challenge, our aim was to provide you with the knowledge you need to improve your quality of life. So stay tuned, and we're excited to take this journey with you. Follow this channel for more on handicap placard questions, and feel free to leave me any comments. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have, and if you'd like to ask privately, send me an email to support@handicapparking.com. Wishing you all the best. Thank you for watching, and catch you in the next video.